Hello. Guys, I decided to come on and make this video because this just seemed really present for the collective. And it just seemed like it was time for me to share more about this subject because I am so super familiar with this subject. And in fact, the patterns I'm going to discuss were very common for me in my life. And it took this awareness of these patterns and what I'm going to share with you in order to change those patterns to completely shift the level of anxiety, the level of stress in my body, and just really let things truly be easy when it comes to receiving in my life, in my business, and just in general. So it's just like manifesting, and deeply receiving money and deeply receiving ease, joy, all the things in the midst of a struggle, in the midst of shit hitting the fan in your business, in your life. Like, how do I still receive? How do I still let shit be easy when it's literally hitting the fan? Everything's going wrong. And how do I still tap into that ease when it comes to receiving in that place? And like, what's going on? It's basically like how to ditch your own bullshit and rise up in the times when shit is going crazy. Life is going crazy. Like, it's just what we do in those times. So, if this is relevant to you, if you're sitting there like, well, Danielle, I've been praying for someone to speak on this shit, like, pull up a chair. We're going to have this conversation. So, here's the thing. I talk about like business being easy, money being easy, receiving with ease and all that, but I don't know how often I talk about how much shit can still hit the fan and your receiving be on point, your receiving be easy. And I'll say it's what we make it mean in the times of struggle. It's what we make it mean. It's our conditioning that tells us that sometimes the struggle is required in order for us to receive on a high level, in order for us to up level, that we have to tap into this struggle. We have to have this chaos around us. We have to have these moments of shit hitting the fan for us to step into what we actually want, for us to step into our desires. And that is simply just not true. You don't have to let shit hit the fan in order for you to step into your desire. You don't have to have the struggle. It's just simply not required. And I can tell you at the times, even with my business, when shit is hitting the fan, when it feels like everything's fucking going wrong, when it feels like the drama is coming up, when it feels like I'm getting hit with one thing after the next, I'm putting out all the damn fires and people be going crazy. It's like everything is happening all around me, right? It's in those times that you really have to tap into the energy of safety. And it's like, this is one of my favorite mantras. You can borrow it, you can take it, you can use it, you can do what you want with it. But it's like the mantra of everything is happening all around me, and yet I am still safe and supported. This is why spiritual practice is so important in business. This is why I teach it. This is why the energetics are so important, because you'll see people who will tell you about business and about making money and about attracting money, who are telling you from a place from when it's good, from when it's working, from when things are calm and things aren't, and the fires aren't happening, and yet they're a complete fucking mess when shit hits the fan and when things aren't working and when it's not moving perfectly. And I say you get to be the same person either way. And I had to learn in my life and in my business that me being in a state of utter like panic, me like falling into this like thing where I'm having panic attacks, when my emotions are all over a place and I'm disheveled and I'm worried and I'm stressed, wasn't serving me at all. Like, it wasn't changing the circumstances. It wasn't helping shit not hit the fan. It wasn't helping me deal with this situation any better. It wasn't helping my money to flow. It wasn't helping me be more clear. It wasn't helping anything. In fact, it was making everything worse. So what I had to tap into is, even though all this shit is hitting the fan all around me, even though these fires are coming, even though things are happening, that I am still safe and supported, and none of this dictates how I get to feel at any point in time. It's like, yes, there can be struggles. Yes, there can be shit hitting the fan. Yes, there can be things that are going wrong. Yes, maybe I'm not making as much money as I like. Maybe there's not enough money and I'm having to deal with that, and I'm having to be in integrity on that. Or maybe just people are coming at me left and right. Maybe someone's complaining. Maybe somebody said something shitty on the internet. Maybe a customer asked for a refund after they took your whole service and said everything was fine, and then they just ghost you and they just go and get a refund, and then they're fighting you on that. Or maybe somebody's not in integrity on their contracts, or maybe someone's not honoring an extended payment plan. All these are very real situations in an online business. And what I have to say to you is, congratulations, now you're in fucking business. Like, the one thing I can tell you that you can depend on in business and in life is shit is gonna go wrong. Like, shit's gonna go wrong, shit's gonna go sideways, and things are gonna not go smoothly and linear, and it's not always gonna be. We get to choose who we want to be in that moment when shit is going wrong, when shit's going awry. We get to choose to be calm and stay in love and stay in the vibration of love, and we get to choose as to respond with love and still hold firm, strong ass boundaries and still be like, you know, I'm done with this shit. This shit isn't happening. This is not how we're going to go, but I have love for you, and I'm going to respond as in I'm a place where it's not about me. I'm not in desperation. It's nothing like that. And I'm just going to keep my composure and be like, cool, where do I want to go from here? And cool, this shit's happening. Great. Wonderful. What do we want to do next? And it's like, I get to stay calm and in composure about that, and trust that the universe has my back. Trust that I'm not on my own. I'm not all alone in this. I'm not dealing with this shit all by myself. I am safe and supported. I have a whole spirit team that has my back, that wants the best for me. And if I believe that everything is always lining up, everything is always leading me to where I'm supposed to be, and if I believe that I'm only meant for my desires, that I'm only meant for greatness, that I'm only meant for good, and that I deserve good things in my life, and that it's always going to be that way because that's what I desire, and we get to have what we want, and the only thing we have to do is to be open. And if I have that core belief, and if I have the belief that money is always coming to me, it's flowing to me, it's so easy to make, and it's I'm easily receiving money all the time, and I'm so lucky and I'm so abundant, and I have these thoughts, that doesn't change really shitty situation going on. And it's not to take away from the shitty situation. I get to feel bad about that because I do, but I get to also know that I am always supported, that there's a whole team behind me, and this is always working out for me, and that this is just showing me something that I need to see, that I have to experience, that I get to put in my point of power, that's going to just propel me forward closer to what I actually asked for, what I actually desire. And when I know that, when I feel into that, when I believe that, shit does get to be easy, because then it gets to be okay. There's no need to be flustered about this shit. It gets to suck in the moment, but I also get to shift that energy. I also get to rearrange that energy and choose something different that's going to serve me, and focus on what I actually do want. Because here's the thing. Let's say it's money. Let's say you get hit with unexpected expenses, or you get hit with a refund, or you get hit with something like that, or you get hit with someone not honoring their payment plan, or you get hit with just things you don't fucking expect when it comes to money that may throw a wrench in your shit. Like, let's say it's money. Well, you can focus on how shitty that is. You can change your contracts. You can change your policies. You can decide what you're not going to take. You can focus on it. You can argue with this person. You could tell them they have to honor their agreement, and you could chase after them, and you could spend all this energy doing that. Or you can have processes in place. You can have systems in place. You can have things in place that support you and that you go through in order to do the things, the CEO things that you need to do, because I do believe that it's, you get to collect on what's owed for you because you're worthy of receiving payment for the great work that you do. So I do believe that you get to do that, and you get to hold that firm boundary, and you get to honor your word if that's one of your core beliefs. But I also get to believe that we don't have to focus on it. And then, or you can have that be easy and have that going for you and have it be like something you don't even have to fucking think about. You can even hire someone that does the thing and sends the process, sends the automatic email responders or whatever else. You can have someone that does that, and you can simply just focus on new money coming in. You can focus on new sales coming in. You can focus on the money that is coming. You can say, I'm done with this shit. I get to have more. And I'm just going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on the fact that money is pouring in, that money comes easily. And if I believe money was easy and I believe that it was going to replace itself, and if I believe that I'm a match for this amount of money, no fucking matter what, then what would I be doing right now? What would I be thinking right now? What would I be focusing on right now that isn't the shitty thing that's happening to me? That isn't that shitty circumstance. And it's really saying, like, the times in my business that it's hard, the times that I'm having hard things go on, a lot of times I created that shit because I made it hard, because I could have chose not to focus on it. I could choose to focus on something else that's actually going to serve me, and I could choose to let that shit be easy. Like I said, I can have someone in place who handles that shit for me. I can never see it. I don't even have those notifications come across my phone, guys. I take them off. I don't focus on it. And yes, I understand if your bank account hits low because of some things that happen and you're fucking worried, you're like, well, still need to make money. What do? I can't just not look at it. Well, you can know what's going on. You can look at it, but you staring at it every 5 to 10 minutes all day long, all night long, and the next day isn't helping you make more money. It's just simply not. It's not going to change the reality that's in that bank account. But what is going to change the reality in that bank account is focusing on ways more money can come to you. It's focusing on actions that are actually going to bring you more money. It's focusing on the fact that you feel abundant, the fact that you understand and you trust money. And I'm telling you right now, you get to trust money and you get to focus on that. And that's going to bring you a lot more fucking money than focusing on the negative number in your bank account. So it still works. It's still true and it's still valid. So it's when we focus on what we want versus what we don't want that helps it be easier. And this is how I handle things when shit hits the fan in my life and business, and it works for my life as well. And it's like, I just simply say, and I really say this with full like authenticity, that my favorite words are usually in those circumstances. It's just not today, Satan. Not to fucking day. It's not going to happen. This shit isn't happening today. I don't have time for this shit. We're not doing this. And that is the process that I really go through. And I really do say that to myself. And then I say, okay, what's next? I'm going to handle this shit, but I have other things to focus on. And it isn't happening. I refuse to believe this. I believe that shit's going to work out for me. So it will. It simply will, because I'm not available for any other alternative. And even when the bad comes, I'm going to deal with that. I can handle that. But for now, I'm going to focus on the things that actually will be productive, that will serve me and my life and my business and whatever else is going on, because that's the way it gets to be. And when we do that, we realize that the struggle that we're in, the struggle that we choose to be in, is never required. And sometimes for us, we create that struggle because we still have the underlying belief that making money has to be hard, that business has to be hard, that I have to do hard things in order to have the things that I want. And there's no such thing as it's going to be easy, because someone from your childhood or whatever else, or throughout your life, it's been hammered in that we have to work hard to have the things you want. And you've been told that if, you don't get to have everything you want, it's not going to be sunshine and rainbows anymore, and it's not going to be this, and it's not going to be that. And I want to call bullshit. That's only true if you believe it's true. And that's not even your thoughts or your beliefs. That's someone else's beliefs, because based on a life that they had, that they created based on a thought that someone else told them. And we don't have to stick with those thoughts. We get to choose a thought that actually serves us, because all beliefs are thoughts that we keep thinking over and over again throughout time. So if you get to choose your beliefs based on your thoughts, you can choose a new thought. You can keep thinking that thought even if you don't believe it at first. And over time, you will believe it, because all belief is thoughts that you keep thinking over and over again throughout time. So what I'm telling you is choose a thought that actually serves your life. Choose a thought that leads to ease. Choose a thought that leads to you feeling fucking better than what you feel right now. And the money and all the things will flow as a result of that, because it has to. Because it fucking has to. That's the rules. That's the law of the universe. And if you explore the laws of the universe, it will tell you exactly that. Because if you desire something, if you're open to it, if you believe in it, and you put all your faith into it, it has to come, because it does. There's no other alternative to the matter, because your thoughts will create the actions that produce that happening. So it's always going to be on your way to you. The only way it won't come is if you actually stop it. It's if you actually don't believe you're worthy of it. If you don't actually want it because you think this other hard thing is going to happen. But what if we just choose to not think about those hard things? What if we just choose not to have this struggle, to be deserving of the things that we want? What if we choose a belief that supports that we don't have to work hard in order to make more money, in order to have more success, in order to have the things that we want? We can just simply choose to make fucking more money, to have more success, no hard work required. We can just simply choose it. We can simply have it. And that's the thing that I really wanted to relay to you, that you get to choose for this to work differently for you. You get to choose not to believe. You get to choose not to accept that struggle, hard work, anxiety, and stress is going to be a primary thing in your life. That's going to be something that's going to sit with you every single day. You get to choose to just move through things differently with a calm, grounded central nervous system. And you get to choose to have more, be more, receive more, just because you do, even when life is hitting the fan. You get to choose how you look at that. You get to choose how you deal with that. You get to choose ease every time instead of choosing the hard road, because that's what you're conditioned for it to be like. You have to ask yourself, am I choosing the ease in this moment? Am I choosing for things to be easy, or I'm just making them hard on myself? And once you take a look at that, I can guarantee it's going to make a huge difference for you. So if this video resonates for you, if this has fired you up in the best possible way, if you're like, oh yes, this hits home, this is exactly what I needed to hear today, let me know. Tell me so I know. And so just let me know that we're vibing together. And also know that if you feel that you want to be supported more, and if you want more one-on-one conversations about exactly this thing or something else, and you just feel like our vibe is working, let me know that too. I also have some great other containers that are open, like the Quantum Leap, which is very intimate. You get so much one-on-one time, and we go over the energy and frequency of tapping into up-leveling without all the struggle, and doing it quickly and easily, and stepping into faith and energetics. We get to do that. Or you can hop into one of my other containers, or Becoming Magnetics. We're going to be tapping into more of the vibe of this type of stuff. So just let me know if any of this calls to you, and I can let you know what program is best for you based on what you asked me, and we'll go from there. But thank you for hanging out with me. I hope this video helped you. Let me know your takeaways in the comments, and let me know if you enjoyed this, if you love this content, if you want more like it, and if you feel like this is something that a friend would enjoy and that they need to hear, and you're like, oh my God, my bestie needs to hear this shit, or I know someone who would really benefit from hearing this information, please share, please tell them about it, please tag them, and I appreciate you, and I love you so much. And I will catch you later on the internet. Talk soon.